Hello. I can't tell if anyone's here, but we're going to start soon. Yeah, I see some viewers that could be us, but may not. If they're not us, welcome. If they're us, well, screw you guys. You're boring. But also, I love you. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start soon, whether there's people here or not. So, yeah. I don't know why I'm pretending to hold my breath, because that's not going to help me DM any better. What? Long Scarf. Welcome, Long Scarf. Thank you for showing up here to take a look at what we're about to do. Gonna play some Pathfinder First Edition. Oh wait, Dave, you said that's your mom? Hello. Welcome and welcome and welcome and welcome. So glad you're here. I'm gonna count us in here in just a moment, y'all. Oh, hey, look at that! It's another friend. Hello, friend. Conrad Griffin. And Average Bear. Welcome. Why, yes, Giselle, who nobody else can hear. I should do that for sure. I will do it right now. Alright. So you can all hear me for the moment. I'm going to count in my lovely guests in 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
Hi.
It's session 2 of Into the Storm. Starting now. We got everybody here. We've got Lamia, played by Giselle.
Right here.
Eli, played by Hyperphase.
Hi.
And, of course, good old Samuel Goodbean, played by Alter Panda.
Howdy there.
Yeah, here we are. We're live. Been live for not super long at all. We definitely weren't stalling.
Nope, not in the slightest.
Because why would we do that? That'd be amateur, and we're, like, totally pros. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, who wants to do the recap? Because I'm not doing it. Someone has to fill in our lovely guest on what happened last session.
I'm going to vote not me because I did the recap on our Thursday game.
We'll have
awful.
to vote on if that counts in the future. But for now, he already called it before we said
He
that.
did.
So
It's true. It's very true.
it's between
Don't take these
Giselle
vaccines.
and Panda. Which one of you two wants it?
Let me pull up my notes because
We're going to get the rare Panda recap. Heck yeah.
All right, I'll prepare to do it next week. Which is really funny because I actually watched the video, so you'd think I'd have a clearer memory.
I mean, I ran the campaign, so you'd think I'd have a clearer memory.
did not save my notes.
Oh no.
No, in right.
I closed it without saving.
Oh, you always gotta save an extra time.
Yeah, so I switched
so
to one note for taking notes.
I guess then I'll
No.
I'll do the
I'll go
recap
ahead and
anyways.
do
It's
it
fine.
then.
Oh, okay, yeah, you do it. I
Then
don't
you
want to do it.
I know you want to do it. That's why I said I'll go ahead and do it. All right, so our intrepid adventurers, to start with, Lamia and Samuel, look upon the building of their future employ. I'm like, well, okay, let's go. And Mare inside the building was talking to Eli. There we go. It took me a second to remember what the character's name was. Oh my god, sorry, there was a pop-up that came up. And essentially, long story short, we got hired by Eli quite quickly, like surprisingly quickly. So desperate he is for bodies that he just took us. So then we went to go meet the people. Next time. We went to go meet the people that were basically hiring for the job. And let me actually get up their names. There are 3 brothers who are trying to marry a lady named... Where the heck are those notes? There they are. Umarda Kood. The brothers, 3 brothers, one the eldest, and 2 twins. and the eldest brother basically showed that he's very smart, suave, and rich. While the twin brothers, one of them got beat, the youngest one I believe, got beat up by the middle one and was kind of sore at that. Another long story short, basically discussed over, hey, get us the sword and then give it to us, and here's our reasons for it. Eldest was like, well, he didn't say this immediately. He said it after he offered us drinks and we went to go get the drinks, that he was going to offer us a ton of money, like double what we were going to be paid, which was 3,000. So 6,000. The middle child was like, hey, I know a ton of people. You want to know a ton of people, right? And that is true. We are basically not mercenaries, but what would the
we
word?
are contract laborers to attempt to retrieve items and other belongings of peoples, not necessarily the people asking us to retrieve said items.
Yeah, those. And then the youngest was saying he was sincere in that he just wants the sword because he actually really wants the hand of Umarda, and that she'll tell her where he got the sword if he gets the sword. So Eli treats us to lunch, and then after lunch, which we did have a nice little discussion, getting to know each other a little better, and etc. Oh, yeah, you were talking in the chat. Okay. We exited the building, the Sunken Moon. I really like that name. I'm sorry. And we're basically not attacked, but Umarda comes out and she's like, hey, I heard you're under contract to get the sword. So who told you to do this? After his employees, Lamia and Samuel were like, no, we can't. We're so sorry. We wish we could. Eli, very not so sleekly, but I loved it anyway, was like, I can't tell you, but if you find out if you find out the information, piece of paper happens to fall out, I can't stop you from knowing that information, can I? And then we walk back to the Aldrin's logistics and retrieval. Then we went to go get our drinks after, in which she met us again, talked to us a little bit about how dangerous this bandit is, and if we go after him, we're going to die. He's got hundreds of men potentially, and there's a reason he's been able to keep up as a bandit in this area for as long as he has. And then we reached, I believe it was the Iron Mule, for drinks. The only one who got the sense that the eldest brother wasn't really completely telling the truth was Samuel. Me and Lamia and Eli were just like, yeah, he's making good points. It makes sense. And that's pretty much where we stopped, if I believe so.
Something was too perfect about Milran, which was the oldest brother.
The second.
No?
No,
Oh, yeah,
he's
the
Milran,
second. Yeah,
the
he's
second.
the
Oh,
second.
Milran the
because-
second.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. His
Well,
father.
Milran
The
the
eldest.
Yes,
He's the younger,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was about to ask what his name was for brownie points.
I found some notes. Not good ones, but I found some.
Some notes. Wow.
Yeah.
We actually left off, which is pretty convenient for the fact that you lost your notes. We left off on Samuel seemingly wanting to say something about Milran the Younger because he had just left the establishment, leaving you with his tab to enjoy yourselves for the night before, having to start working in the morning. Which is where we're going to pick up.
All right.
Inside the Iron Mule, which is kind of this ring-shaped tavern, where in the center of it, there is kind of this big dirt/mud pit, since most dirt is mud, unless it's farmland in Setsegia. This kind of big pit that there's two men kind of wrestling and fighting in. And there's various reactions from the people actually drinking in the tavern. You guys are sitting about halfway between the outer wall and the inner wall, so you kind of have a good view of sort of like the tavern, patrons themselves, and the actual sanctioned combat happening in the ring. So we'll pick up there. Milleron the Younger has just left the table, allowing you to partake in whatever. And it is just you guys there.
Sam is kind of looking at him leave, and just kind of turns to the other two and goes, "You know, there's something that a little too perfect about that one. Like, everything he says is just right. I just get a weird feeling about him."
I mean, what he says makes sense, but I still really believe in the sincerity from Groot.
Yeah, me too. It seems like every time we had a question of like why we should, maybe give it to the other ones, he had the perfect answer of why we shouldn't, and give it to him instead.
What do you think, Eli?
Well, I mean, you all make very good points, but kind of like I said before, I think this is something we worry about after we get the sword. We're starting to, count chickens here, and we don't even have the eggs yet, so kind of seems like we're defeating the purpose. But you do make a good point that it's too perfect, right? And anything that's that well set up or well brought up is generally some kind of scam. So, makes sense.
We still gonna go check out, like, it wasn't obituaries. It was like notes, the rumors of who had gone out to see the bandits and such before, right?
Right, yeah. We also, I believe, had that kind of thing. And then we were also going to check out, besides just like an obituaries, I guess, but we were going to go check out other companies like mine that have lost people, or any recent, hirings for specific things in that area, maybe not necessarily related to that, but that are going that way, just so we can follow up and get some information.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan to do in the morning.
You guys did get a name drop from Umarda. Do you remember which hearth that was?
The family Cood is one thing she had said about
That's
her
her
family, right?
family.
That's her
That's her
family,
family,
and we're
yes.
welcome there, right?
Kato.
Okay. And then, Kato, I was going to say, I have notes. So.
I actually have that.
The Harbor District with Kato. So.
Just checking if you guys remember.
Yep, I've got notes.
I actually wrote that down. Very proud of myself.
Gonna save after every time I put a note in.
As is the way it should be.
Yes, that's what I get for using Notepad.
It asks you if you want to save before you shut down. I know that.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway.
Yes.
So Eli is, you've been here. Have you been here before? Is there? What do you think the best drink here is?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't really go to these kind of establishments very often, but it's basically every other bar, right? Yeah, whatever you order, it's going to be fine.
I'll just get some pretzels.
I don't think you can drink pretzels. I mean, you could try, but it seems very counterintuitive. They're very salty, and they'd really dry at your throat and just make you want another drink instead of, quenching thirst.
I mean, it depends if you have to chew it, then you're probably not drinking, because typically you don't chew your drinks.
Well, have you ever just had a piece of pretzel just sucked on the saltiness around that, and how it becomes mush usually? That part you can drink.
And I drank a cup of corn one time, but that was a little different.
Was it cream corn?
No.
Suddenly, from beside you, someone shouts, "Hey! Oh, sorry." This kind of shorter, scrawny-looking demi man who was dressed like a server at the tavern. Just, I was trying to wait for a good time. Did you want something to drink?
Oh, I'll have an ale.
An ale. Okay, an ale. One ale. Got it. What else?
Do you have goat's milk?
I'll have to check. What else?
Whatever the special is. Just give me
God.
that.
Oh, gods. I don't remember what the special is. I'll be right back. I'll be right back with you. And he, sprints away.
What a strange little man.
Someone suddenly. And
Are we sure he's actually a waiter here? Or is he just trying to prank us and take our money?
Well, it wouldn't be our money. The bar tab thing, right?
Sure,
Yeah,
but someone's money. Doesn't
That's
matter
true.
whose.
you see him go up to the bar and starts talking to the bartender. He goes, around it and is talking with his hands a lot.
Or maybe he's just an excitable chap who he's new. Or he's bad at his job. Either way.
Or it's his first day.
That's why I said new first. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Honestly, I'm having trouble getting past not calling you anything but your name.
Well, my name is Eli, so just call me Eli. It's easy.
I suspected she was going to start calling you Mr. Eli, but
Well, don't do that. I'm just Eli. If you have to call me Mr. Eli all the time, it'll get in the way when we're trying to do a bunch of things. It's a lot faster to just say my name. You don't need all the extra syllables. It's much easier, I like to keep it friendly, casual.
Very well. Eli.
There you go.
what do you say, boss?
Don't do that either.
Guy
Testing
comes
it
back
out.
suddenly. Hi, I'm back. I asked them. We do have some goat's milk, and the special today is a. And he goes quiet for several seconds.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be fine, mate.
Okay.
I'm not
One of those and an ale and a goat's milk. Got it.
Yeah.
Runs
Thank
off.
you.
He comes back. Sorry, did I interrupt you? Were you going to say something else?
You could also, just in case, bring me some water in case I don't like the special. Because I didn't, even if I did know what it was, I was still going to drink it. So it doesn't matter. Just in case.
Just in case water. Okay. Right. He goes around several tables instead of going where he bumped into someone.
Shouldn't he have one of those papers you can write on or something?
Probably, but wax tablet would work really well. Those are great.
Maybe I should have got something more simpler than an ale. Might have been too much for the boy.
There's something simpler than an ale.
Water. Water sounds
Water.
simpler than
I don't
ale.
know. If they've got ales on taps, that's probably easier than water. They're all right there.
No, I mean
Right.
simple as in
You pour it in a cup and you hand it to somebody. I think that's pretty simple. I think you did right. I think you did good. That's a simple drink. Nice and easy. You didn't ask for a specific kind of ale. You didn't ask for something fancy. Just asked for the easiest drink possible. I think you're fine. It's only 3 letters, too. I remember it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
But
can
don't
agree with
realize
that.
this matters.
Well, it's one syllable, so that helps immensely, I think.
I mean,
And if he
Wow.
brings you something else, you'll still drink it and be fine because it's free.
depends if you're like my Uncle Joey, he really would drown out as the ale. So, a lot more in there. He really did enjoy imbibing, if you will.
Suddenly, an ale lands in front of you. So
Oh,
he just
there it
slides
is.
next to you. One ale and a goat's milk, fresh from the goat, and our special, which is a really it's pretty strong wine made of the dusk melons that grow up in the Twilight Hill, and it's pretty good. But be careful. Any bread or anything?
Oh yeah, we'll take some bread.
That's
Or
probably
I'll
a good
take some
idea.
bread. Don't want to order for y'all.
Oh no, I would love some bread. Thank you.
Okay. 2 breads. I'll just bring you a loaf. How about that? That'll work.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
works.
Yeah, a loaf's good. Wanders off talking to himself.
Is there anything floating in my ale?
That's I was about to literally ask the same thing. Like, is there like a wheat grass thing in my
No,
milk?
it seems fine. The milk's a little warm.
Yeah.
It did come fresh out of a
Then a
goat.
goat.
It's gonna be a little warm.
Fresh from the goat.
Fresh
Yeah,
from the
that's
goats.
what he said. I don't know if I can.
I'll have a
But you
sip
know what?
of my
You do you. I will just drink my drink bit slowly,
So,
cautiously.
Eli, there are quite a bit of rumors and such around you, I guess. And we've heard you say, like, there's nothing to them or such. But I guess I'm asking, like, you asked us what we're good at. But what exactly are you good at for on the trail?
I just cast Prestidigitation to do like a little like kind of like flowy like shadow, almost like if I was doing shadow puppets but no lights, where I just kind of like move some stuff back and forth, make little like a little goat, little shores, whatever, just out of the images really quick in shadow, and then dissipate them with my hands. I'm like, I do magic, and so that's why people have rumors. They just don't always understand how sorcery and stuff works, so they just claim it's something else. I find it's easier to not correct them.
Sense mode. Am I good to do that?
Rolling, if you want to.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can roll. I'm not bluffing, so I do magic.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, what hunch does he get, Dave? Sorry.
That I do indeed do magic, obviously. So I'm telling the truth, but there might be a little bit more to, like, obviously, I'm not 100% a normal spellcaster, but I am, still just a spellcaster, and people are superstitious around magic.
Did you go to like a school for like magic, or how does that work?
I was instructed from a very early age when my gifts manifested. So you can learn magic, or you can kind of be born with it. And I drew the straw where I was born with it. So I just kind of had it, and it just showed up one day, basically. And then from an early age, I was instructed in its uses, and kind of just took it off from there.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting. So, if we were to ever get in like a battle situation, I'll try and do my best to make sure you're not attacked.
Well, I mean, it's kind of your job anyways, whether or not I'm, magic-y, but I can take care of myself, don't you worry. I'm very good at not getting hit by things. I've kind of made a career out of it, so.
Well, that's pretty cool. Pretty interesting on that. I guess that helps, like, not to get hit by stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, big fan of not getting hit by stuff. That's pretty high up there in my chart of things I like to do every day, is not get hit with a sword or stick or bow, or the arrow part of the bow. Although I don't really want to hit with the bow either. So
Lamia's gonna look around, Kiken, because hey, we got our beer way faster than the loaf. Is the guy okay?
Are they baking the bread?
Right? Are they baking the bread?
Are they picking the wheat?
You see him a few tables away, also awkwardly talking to a bunch of people who are just kind of giving this look like, get on with it. And then he runs back into the back.
Okay, as long as I guess nothing dangerous happened.
Yeah, you don't look over, he's like skewered against the wall or something.
Right? Like, oh, no one said anything. What the heck?
How is the fight going?
Give me 1 second, because I got to turn that fan back on. It's getting really hot in here, so okay. I am gonna pop over and turn that.
So the first fight has ended. The one that was between the half Kassir, that's a half elf, and the Rakag, that's an orc. That one has ended. You kind of look over, you can see the Rakag is still in the ring. So apparently he won. He looks pretty roughed up, and he is he's kind of like walking in a circle, like across from what looks like a Vishkanya, kind of some native Ulis man. That they're kind of doing that standoff, like circling each other very slowly. You see the Rakag is kind of like heaving because he just was in a fight. The other one looks fresh and very calm. He kind of faints at him. Dude doesn't flinch. We do that for a little while. Then a cutting board hits your table, followed by a loaf of dark rye, and then a knife stabs down into it. He's like, there! Loaf of bread! Oh, and the butter. Bowl of butter here. Placement looks good. Okay.
Goat or cow?
I didn't bring that. Oh, the butter! That's cow. Cow butter.
Okay. Just checking.
This looks awesome. Thank you so much. And
you call it cow butter is. Sorry,
don't worry about it.
Lamia is gonna slip him a silver piece.
Oh, you roboted a little bit. You said a silver piece?
Yes. I am sorry for the robot, fellas.
He scoops it up. He says, oh, "Thank you for your generosity. Thank you very much." I wasn't sure if the showmanship would really come across, and you hear someone just go, "Clint!" And he's, oh, right, of course. Thank you again. I'll be back if you need anything. Runs off.
Clint.
Yep.
Overzealous waiter.
Oh, was it Clint?
Sorry about that.
It was Clint with an E.
Clint. Okay.
With an E. Because he's fancy. Or his parents don't know how to spell.
Or both.
Could be either.
Clint.
The world may never know. All right. So you guys get your bread and butter. You see the fight kind of start up again. They kind of lock horns, you know. Eventually, the Vishkanya, who's much smaller than the Rakag, kind of like slips under, tries to get his hips underneath the Rakag's base to like throw him over his hip, but the guy kind of spreads down and like gets to the point where they're both about the same about the same height almost. So when the guy tries to lift him over, he just doesn't budge. He grabs him all the way across the waist, lifts him up in a big suplex into the mud, and a bunch of people start cheering. Somebody whistles, and they start scrambling on the ground.
Huh?
Gosh, I haven't really ever gotten to watch something like that.
I mean, I've mud wrestled once or twice, but it was usually with, some honorary sheet.
Is it like, I don't know. You know what? We're gonna leave that one alone. No, does it count as wrestling if it's a sheet? Because I feel like that's just like you can't.
I mean, they can't wrestle back, but
yeah, that's what I was getting at. So,
I mean, I guess this might be the wrong way of saying it, but wouldn't they like ram against what you're trying to wrestle them into, like the position and such? Like, wouldn't it kind of count as wrestling? Because
I mean, you just grab their feet, right? You just pull the feet out from under them, then you don't have to wrestle them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that's the same for wrestling like a bipedal creature as well, but it's a lot easier said than done. I'm certainly not very good at that. I wouldn't put myself over in that ring and try and take out one of those fairly large combatants. I'm pretty sure they would knock me flat pretty quick.
Yeah.
And really, it was only Big Joe. Big Joe was the only one that never wanted to get sheared. But, yeah.
Why wouldn't he want to get sheared?
Oh, he's ornery.
Huh.
Maybe he just didn't like me. I don't know. Just that way sometimes.
I will pat you on the shoulder and be like, I find it hard to believe that anything, man, woman, sheep, whatever, wouldn't like you, Sam. You're just such a, pleasant gentleman to be around.
No, well, thank you. That means a lot. He just kind of gives a big dumb grin and he takes a big sip of ale. And he's just happy now.
I have added a macro.
So I'm going to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Just real quick, if you guys want to go to the little macro tab and roll 20, you should see a macro called Roll a Thing. Roll a Thing.
There it is.
Oh, no, yep, no, it is.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
It would help if I actually shared it. You should see it now. Go ahead and add that. All it is just rolling a d20 and it asks for a modifier, just in case you need to roll. Like, oh yeah, roll me 1d20 plus whatever, right?
That's nice.
Do I just need to do a check mark next to it?
Yeah, just put a check mark and it'll pop up in the bottom of your screen.
I see it.
See it?
The bottom left, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, do you guys keep watching the fight, or you talk about anything else important, or just kind of pass some time?
I was just going to say that plan for the morning is I think we'll go check out the Cardo family first that's in the Harbour District, and then we'll branch out from there once we've kind of got the information from them. So I'm going to head in for the night, and you guys enjoy yourselves here, but I got to, get me rest, so I'm going to head back to the office.
When you say branch out, do you mean we will separate after that, or?
No, I mean we're going to expand our search based on what we learn, because we already have a couple different ideas, like checking obits, checking with other, companies, things like that. So branch out, meaning that like if our search pattern right here starts at Cardo and we have these two other ideas, if we get another thing, it'll branch, like a tree. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head with you. Let's
where
say
are you
this...
all staying? Because if you don't have anywhere good to stay, I might know an inn that has pretty good prices.
Oh, sure. I will 100% take you up on that, because what inn would that be?
Can I knowledge local for a good cheap inn for them that's by my office? Or just what I
sure can.
Okay.
Good cheap.
Oh yeah, I definitely know a
Nice.
good cheap inn. That's the one I'm in a nat 20.
That's the first round 20 of the night.
It's gonna be my only one.
Let's okay, so what's the name of this good cheap inn, Dave?
Oh,
Eli?
This good cheap
None of us
inn
care about our first names.
will be yeah, that's fine.
Good night's heap.
No, I was gonna do the Rem Ram.
Go for that one.
Yeah, I really like that. So
The Rem Ram?
yeah, the Rem Ram. That's from when he was playing Yakuza earlier, and they had the game where you're trying to stay awake in the movie theater. The ultimate over 30 game. Trying to stay awake through a movie.
All right, let me bring you guys to the map real quick. I'm just moving them to it. I won't move the actual stream map to it right now, so that you guys can see it. So, which district is the Rem Ram in?
Well, it's going to be right by my office, or pretty close to my office. So, my office is
Windforge.
in Windforge, right? Yeah, so it'll be
it's
in
where that A
Windforge.
is. So,
Yeah. I
so
see.
just close by. All right.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you spell Rem Ram? Please tell me.
REMRAM. That's it.
Okay, good.
And one word though. One word, just to make
Rem
it.
Ram.
Yeah, Rem Ram.
And also legally
Rem
it's distinct.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm sure that's copyrighted by somebody.
Windforge is gonna be, let's see. It is run by a. This is run by a somewhat young Avar couple. Avar are dwarves. For those of you not in the know. They opened it together, and they named it after their young son's first words.
I love that.
Thanks for the follow, Avocado. I tried to say the whole thing and my brain short-circuited. So, yeah, thanks, Avocado. Apprecieciate the follow.
Followcado. It's like a pocketcado, but instead of being in your pocket, it follows you. So it's a followcado.
Yeah, and it's way more classy. Hear that, Avocado? You're classy.
Classy.
How far are we in? How long have we been?
We are at 40 minutes. 40 minutes 30.
Yeah. Okay, I can curse now.
Oh, Misa.
What am I gonna say? What kind of curse words? Avocado, you're classy. Bitch. That's the first curse word of the night. Bitch. Yeah, and I said it. Me. Anyway, thanks again, Avocado. So, Rimram, yeah, run by a young Avar couple, and named after their sweet babby boy's first word. And they are playfully secretive about what that word actually means, because it's definitely not an Ulis word.
No.
Let's see. If you speak Thule, I will give you an intelligence check to see if you actually know what it means, because it's not actually a Thule word.
Oh boy, I'm kind of intelligent, so I will try that.
I don't have any linguistics
or if you have linguistics training, obviously you can roll linguistics.
Nope.
I do not have that either, so I'll just do straight intelligence.
Yeah, you just do straight intelligence. I know you're not trained in linguistics. Alright, yeah, you don't know what it is either. You have no idea.
And I'll try. No harm.
You speak Thule?
Nope.
Then you can't check. Yeah.
Oh, then why?
You need linguistics or speak Thule. Yeah.
You actually speak Thule?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's from Delancia, so.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's actually. That's your actual culture is Thulian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
I've been speaking Ulu for a long time, so maybe that's why I don't know.
That's why he's got an accent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an accent.
Sure you don't.
Listen, Tetsuku, it's fine.
Oh God, don't.
Okay. Yeah. So we. So you guys go find that place. Or you guys head out, or you talk about anything else? Sorry, we kind of got sidetracked.
No. Elo was heading off after the one drink.
I'm just
heading down. Okay.
Yeah.
So you head out.
How much of the bread do we eat?
I mean, whatever's not eaten, Lamia's gonna take regardless.
Okay, I'll let you have it then.
Do you guys talk about anything, or do you head out pretty much once you're done eating and finish your meal?
I don't believe we need to talk anymore. We know what we have game plan.
Yeah.
Oh, where did we want to meet in the morning?
My office. That's what I said when I left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right then. Yeah, that's it.
Real quick, as you're leaving, let's see who wins the fight. We're gonna, since it's you two are left. Lamia, let's see. Lamia, do you want to roll for the Rakag or the Vishkanya man?
Vishkanya.
Okay. So you're gonna roll me 1d20 plus 3, and Panda roll me 1d20 plus 4.
Oh, I rolled a thing plus 4. Just small man.
I do like
fighting.
the roll of thing quite
Ooh.
a bit. Yeah,
that's close.
Vishkanya.
So basically, as you guys are getting it, you can hear the crowd getting all hype and everything, and you can see that the Rakag dude is just he's clearly pretty gassed, and the other guy he looks kind of hurt, like he's kind of favoring one side, and the Rakag guy gets one last burst of strength, like rushes at him, kind of grabs like part of like his bicep and tries to get like an underhook under the other arm. but the guy manages to sort of slip out, like gets around one leg. The dude grabs him around the waist and like tries to pick him up to like power bomb him onto the ground. And they end up in this mad scramble for a second where the Vishkanya is like in midair, like grabs the dude's neck and kind of starts cranking and like pulling downward. So if he slams him, he'll ram his head to the mud. And they both end up toppling over, and they roll around a couple of times. And at the end of it, it looks like the Rakag gets the advantage. Like, he gets on top, and you see he's kind of struggling, like he puts his hand down to, like, lift himself up. And the Vishkanya pulls the arm across his chest and, like, locks him in a full-on triangle choke. Just gets, like, one leg around the back and, like, locks it in place, just pulls his head down, and he's sitting there, like, cranking this, trying to get him to go to sleep. Rakag picks him up once, slams him, doesn't let go. Picks him up again, slams him in the mud, doesn't let go. Picks him up again, and tips backward unconscious.
Oh my god!
And everybody loses their shit.
Yes.
You see some coins, like stuff, like slapping in the hands, people cursing, and yeah, that's what's happening as you guys leave. So cool.
Alright, I'll admit that was pretty impressive. Lamia admits to Samuel.
He needs to work on cardio.
I'm pretty sure that kind of hold. It doesn't matter how much cardio you get. It's hard to resist.
More cardio, and
So you guys.
Well, okay, you want to jog to the inn?
no, I have shorts.
The Shores is in the
Shores is stable.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it stable?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was stable
at the
before
office.
we all left. Yeah.
Mhm.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. have
We
been
made
walking.
sure of that. So let's cardio, Samuel.
Sure.
So you guys racing, or are you just seeing if you can both make a full jog all the way back?
Make a full jog all the way back.
Okay. In that case, I mean, you both. Realistically, you both could probably jog for a long time without it, like having to like make checks.
Mm-hmm.
But just for the sake of the competition, I'll need a Constitution check for both of you.
Okay.
Or if you'd rather, no, since this is just straight up a jog, you're not actually racing. It's just a Constitution check. For each of you. If you have endurance, it will apply here.
Oh dear. All right, Samuel, you got me beat pretty good.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
you too.
Yeah, I mean, he ate too much bread, and that I mean that goat's milk is pretty filling, man. You had a big glass.
Milk was a bad choice.
You shouldn't have had that third cup of it. You know, it's pretty warm. You're getting kind of tired, and you realize about halfway through the jog that it's kind of sloshing around in your stomach. This might not go well if I keep this up. So you actually eventually have to stop jogging and go to a walk.
Ugh.
And, Samuel, you feel fine. Like,
Yeah.
You feel pretty good. That bread was nice and hearty. There was a lot of butter. You got some carbs in you. You got plenty of energy. Probably jog for a while. You could make a lap, but looks like Lamia is not up to it anymore.
I will slow my pace to not make her feel as bad if she might feel bad.
No, like she obviously just looks pale faced. Like, oh man, I feel like I might vomit anytime soon.
That
As she's walking.
yeah, the milk was an interesting choice, but
I don't normally get goat's milk.
I just kind of pat her on the shoulder. Like, yeah.
It's kind of hard to get where I live. So, I always ask. All right, I guess we make it to the end.
Yep, sure.
Excellent. So each are going to spend just 3 copper.
All right,
Ooh.
3 copper spent. Got it.
Quite cheap.
7, 9.
Okay. And then, Eli, anything in particular once you get back to the office, or you just tuck it in?
So, well, I was going to start checking on files and things like that for any other either jobs we had offered to us, excuse me, jobs we had offered to us that might have been in that same region, or all of the records for employees who had recently left our service, just so I could check to see if those people had somehow ended up getting sent on these jobs or anything. So I had a base of resources. I was just basically going to wade through our filing cabinets.
Okay. Pretty unlikely that once they left your employee, you'd necessarily know what happened to them after.
Well, no, this is to check on them tomorrow. I'm getting all their names together so that way like tomorrow I can follow up on them. Yeah, there's no way I'd know what they're doing now. But I want the names of all those people. So.
Okay, just roll me 1d4. We'll see how many actually kind of fit the criteria that would matter here. Okay. You might have a few leads. Might have a few. Let's see. Obviously, you know, two names are the two who just left. Because obviously they're still going to need work. And, you know, that was Yagar, which is Jagar, and Lissafreya, Lisafreya. We'll post that in here. Into our Roll20 chat. And then the other two, we'll figure it out. So, but yeah, so you know you've got a few people you can check up on tomorrow. Hope that wasn't a demon or something, because I don't remember that door still being open.
Oh, I heard it too. That's why I was.
Well, I looked over and I was like, "Why is this open?" But okay, so you got that, and then is that all you're doing that night?
Yeah, pretty much.
Figuring out the names.
I'm gonna check in and make sure that Hattie didn't absolutely wreck something. But other than that, you know, my normal just like pop in, check, make sure that the office isn't destroyed.
Yeah, nothing's on fire. Nothing seems like it was like violently destroyed.
Yeah, we should be fine.
It doesn't seem tidy because it never does, which would be actually probably kind of alarming at this point. So, looks normal. Okay, so you head in. All right, you guys get a night's rest and meet up at the office in the morning. Let's get you all back there. Keep seeing the dice on the actual stream view thing, and I want to like click it to clear the die, but
right,
that won't do anything. I have to click it on that particular Roll20, and I don't want to because I don't want anything to freeze.
Well, the night has passed, and that means I get to roll wool growth for my shores.
You do indeed.
Yeah, 2 whole %.
What's she at?
I will check here once I get it put in. Is now at 32%.
That's growing.
Just like the level of milk I like, 32%.
Jeez. I think that's just butter with some milk on top of it.
Just like Mom used to make.
Oh God.
Good Lord. Anyway,
yeah.
So yeah, you guys show up in the morning. When the door's open, obviously, so you just come in. Eli, I'm assuming you're there.
Yeah, I would definitely be there.
Cool.
Good morning.
Anything in particular? Okay.
I'm just kind of flipping through papers, and I just kind of like wave as you walk in.
What you got there, Eli?
I shake my head.
Just looking through some employee records, seeing if that way we can follow up on some people. Search of who may have gone on a job in this area, or may have run into these bandits before, so we can get some information.
Well, all right then. Lamia will start going against the heel of her foot, and then tilt up to her tippy toes and just rock back and forth, waiting.
Mayor comes out of his office. Morning, Eli. I know you have work to do today. Anything you need me to take care of in particular?
Man, the only real thing I need you to do for me, if you could, is check any of our competitors. Check with them to see if they've had any losses of late or anything peculiar. If I know they're not the most forthcoming at times, but just see if anything unusual or any large groups have gone missing. Just, see if we can get some information on this thing.
Understood.
But other than that, I don't think so. I think that's it.
Very well. How much of the nature of our... Never mind. I think I understand.
Right, yeah. All they really need to know is the direction. That's about it.
He nods. I'll see it done, though. I'm not sure I can get a lot of information before you have to head out. I believe you were leaving today.
It is correct. So anything you can get is fine. Other than that, don't worry about it. We're headed off to the Harbour District, so I'll probably be back after we head down there.
Understood. He heads back into his office. He grabs a couple of things off of the shelf when he goes back there.
I should get up, grab my suit jacket, throw it on. All right, so you guys ready? Let's go.
All right.
Wait!
Great.
Hattie runs right back. I'm going this time, right?
Right, but right now I need you to make sure all the gear's ready, double check the horses and the shores and everything. So
All
as soon
done.
as we're ready to move out, we're moving
I had
out.
it done
Right.
since yesterday.
Well, fantastic. Then check with Man, make sure he doesn't need you to help anything. We're going to the Harbour District. If you're done with everything, you can catch up with us there.
I have... Mayor usually has things for me. And,
Right.
then I wouldn't...
Because they need to get done.
But isn't this more important? I could bring javelins and other things.
Right now, we're just going to talk to people, so they don't need javelins. I look at both of them. You don't need javelins, right?
I'll take a javelin.
No, I meant
Well,
to
they are
go
mine.
talk to people. You
Also,
don't need
hi.
javelins.
I haven't met you before.
Hi.
I'm Hadeland. She kind of gives a nod.
I love that we kind of did the same thing.
Right.
So, Hetty, we'll be back in just a little while, and then we'll get ready to move out and, go as soon as we're done getting the last bit of this information.
Okay, I will probably see you when you get back then.
Right. And then you'll be ready to go, because you said you're already ready. So, heck, we'll be ready to set out as soon as we get back.
Okay. Obviously not hiding her disappointment.
Yeah.
Just walks into Mayor's office and says, Hadeland, good. I was hoping you'd come here. I have something for you. Closes the door.
I'll poke my head in after her. If you want to, I'm sure Ginger. Are we taking Ginger? I would look at Eli.
Right now, we're just walking.
All right. I'm sure Ginger would appreciate getting brushed a bit. If you would like to do that, I'll send some coin your way as a little special bonus for you.
Extra coin is good.
I'm sure she's getting awful lonesome in there without me. So
Mayor is giving you a peculiar look, Samuel. Like he's trying to figure out if you're up to something. He just nods. Says, I'm sure that would be fine.
all right, that's only if you want to, though.
She just nods. Yeah, I like Ginger. She's a good choice.
All right, and I'll turn and go back to the group.
She follows out and goes down the hallway. She get to find the brush again. I put it away. Door slams.
I know when I feel sad, I just, brush my shoulders. And it makes me feel better.
Right. Well,
Oh, I thought you were giving her a shorter task to catch up with us.
don't worry about Madeline, because she's always disappointed if she's not somewhere somebody's getting thrown over a table. The girl just wants to be in the action at all times. So, she's usually disappointed because there's not a whole lot of people getting thrown over tables around here. At least it
Should
should
have brought Big Joe. She could try and brush in. He's still kicking.
Now that would have definitely been probably worth some coin.
Kind of like massaging my shoulder. He's still kicking.
All right, so you guys start heading toward the
Harbor.
you're heading to the harbor district to talk to
Yes.
excuse
The
me.
Hearth Kato people.
Yes, the Kato hearth.
Mhm.
The hearth called Kato.
That's okay. Hearth K.
Let me
Hearth
look
K.
at this.
Hearth Hay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is fine. I knew that was gonna happen. It's fine. Boop. So you guys head toward the harbor district.
It's a man.
Just to also I added some little descriptive thingies if you hover over the names on the harbor district, on the legend over there.
Oh, on the legend itself. Okay.
You hovered over the numbers too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you know what? I could expand over the numbers. That would make sense too. Or not on the actual map. It's only on the legend.
Oh.
If it would kind of get in my way if it. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
So you guys head toward harbor. You gonna discuss anything on the way there? Plans of. Whatever.
No, I just wanted to see if I knew anything about the Hearth Kato before we head down there. Like if I know anything about them, and if so, like I need to prep my compatriots on anything that I might know specifically about them.
Okay. Yeah. Each of you can give if you are trained in knowledge local. You can give me a knowledge local check, and Eli, yours is going to be at plus. Yours is going to be at +2. Also.
I do indeed be trained in knowledge local.
You've been here a while. They're just not necessarily super well known.
Yeah.
I do not have knowledge level,
Okay.
but it's mine for me.
Lamia.
Oh no, I don't have any knowledges.
Okay.
We can still roll just straight intelligence, though. Is that what you said?
Yeah, you still can. You can go ahead and try because there's something you can glean at DC 10. So. So yeah, Sam, this one's just not. You don't really know much about this place.
That's where they fish and stuff. Yeah.
That is correct.
Eli, you added +2, right?
Yep. Well, I didn't add +2 to my roll. No, sorry.
Oh, that means you have to re-roll it.
Gotta re-roll, dude.
Oh, well, that's fine.
That's the rule. If you don't add the bonus,
I think we can do math, but okay.
we can. But that was already what we agreed to.
Oh no, you rolled better. You're gonna get a 1 very soon.
Yeah, that's what we agreed to. Is if you don't put the correct bonuses, we re-roll.
No matter if it's better or
unless I specifically say beforehand that we're just gonna do the math.
Yeah, that's what he specifically said.
Fine.
So, I mean, hey, it worked out. So, okay, so yeah, Sam, nothing. Lamia, you think you've heard something about them? Whenever you were, you think maybe some of them were had just been recruited a while back. Whenever you were trying to join the military, you just kind of remember that Hearth name, and that they were from here. So you know of them, but not like anything
important things. Yeah.
Other than that, they're probably some of them are probably in the military.
Yeah.
And Eli, let's see. Okay, so you know that Hearth is, Kato is their Hearth name. The actual family attached to it is Vasil, Vasil, and their patriarch is Draza Vasil. And yeah, excuse me. He's kind of been all over the place. He's not necessarily a well-known figure, but in just kind of the different groups you've run with or different places you've asked information about, his name's come up a few times. He's been, he was a fisherman for a long time, and he was a soldier at one point, and then, he got hurt somehow and ended up becoming more of like a day laborer. And you don't think you've seen him recently, like kind of in the docks or anything much?
We're buffering on the stream.
Uh-oh. Weird.
And I do notice that
alright.
you're like red on the Zoom call, the connection.
Am
I
I?
think it's fine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so Samuel.
Oh, he's me.
Hey, Eli, say something so I can see if your connection's red.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I think it's your house.
Well, it's probably our internet.
I mean, everything seems to be working, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, the stream is all buffery.
Oh, it's back now.
Yeah, it's back now.
It's back.
This
Okay.
was just a weird little blip.
Okay, sorry. I just happened to notice that while I was looking.
I also
Weird.
noticed. Yes, continue.
Okay. I guess we good. All right. Like I was saying. Yeah, you haven't seen him around the harbor for a little bit. You think there's some kind of... You think he runs some kind of shop or something? You remember kind of hearing somebody say something about, like, not having seen him since, for a while, since the shop started making money, but not, like, what the shop is.
Right.
Wasn't important at the time, so... yeah, that's mostly what we've heard about him, and he has 2 sons and a daughter. He's really really good, and you know for sure his 2 sons did go in and become soldiers. They joined the military a few years back.
Alrighty.
I'll say that's probably what you know about him.
Cool beats.
Probably all of it, yeah. So, yes, thank you, Panda. All right, anything else while you guys are headed that way, or are we good to jump on ahead?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fill them in a little bit on some of that info as we walk. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Lamia's only response to that would be like, "Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of those boys. I vaguely recall hearing about them joining the military."
They, like many young men from this town, have signed up. All the tension with Gerga has gotten a lot of people kind of in a mad rush to join the military. So, where we're at.
It's a sad state of affairs for that.
I believe that is all, though.
Once you get to the harbor district, you can see that it's fairly busy, and it usually is. Lots of like fishing boats and stuff coming in and out. Definitely smells kind of fishy down there. And like a lot of pretty much any goods that come out of like this harbor, or that like come into this harbor, that are ocean or sea related, they're pretty much restricted to being sold here. You can't like just carry them all over the place and sell them in different areas. They're pretty much all consolidated to the harbor district.
Would that include like imported grain and things like that, or is it specifically just like?
No, trade is different. Like,
okay.
If you get it through trade, it actually, a lot of that goes to. A lot of the trade stuff is sold in Easttown. But some in Windforge
Just check
too, but not as much. Yeah.
So mainly like fishing goods and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't want the whole town to smell like fish, but
yeah, that's pretty much the reason, right? So, anyway, so yeah, you guys show up there, and now you gotta try to find the Kato Hearth. So, because you made a good knowledge check there, Eli. Whoever wants to roll this diplomacy check for gathering information, I'm gonna give you a +4 to that roll.
Should probably be you.
Yep, probably
Will be you. And then if one of you wants to aid, you can roll diplomacy and try to hit 10 to give him another +2. So before you roll, Eli.
Before I roll,
anyone
you
wants to
guys.
try to aid. I will warn you. You will give him a penalty if you fail by a lot.
Yeah.
Generally,
Would I
5.
think that Lamia is a charismatic person?
You don't know her
Not-
that well.
No. She looks kind of average, kinda. A little prettier, but not completely prettier.
Hey, you don't got to be pretty to be charismatic.
You definitely.
I have
do.
But
force
I'm
of
saying-
personality, and I am ridiculously polite.
Donald Trump has charisma, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's true.
Anyway, her charisma's
It's
physical.
unfortunate,
There
but
we
it's true.
go.
Yeah. You know, I'm
Before
feeling
they
it.
just,
I'll
I was
roll.
gonna say,
I'll
before
roll.
they hurt themselves, I was just gonna roll and not take the bonus. But
No,
I guess
me.
I'm gonna roll.
Me roll.
Me roll.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
look
roll.
at
Me roll good.
Flat roll.
On your
Oh,
flat
I'm-
roll.
Okay,
That's
now
funny.
we know. Now we know.
That's funny.
Yeah,
No, you-
that's what,
he did
that
well.
was the question.
Right?
He did
Yeah.
well. He did really well.
So
Yes.
Eli, you're rolling with a total of +6.
And you'll do good.
I'm assuming you're willing to spend a full
Then
4
you'll do
hours on
good.
this if needed. So
Yeah,
okay,
there we go.
very good roll. Roll me 1d4.
I-
See how long it
I
takes.
wanted to make like a good being do good joke, but I can't come up with one.
Hey, check that out.
So there you
Check
go.
that shit out, my dude.
My low rolls
1
came in
hour.
handy. Yeah,
I'm gonna
since
check
my
the
low rolls came in
language
handy.
notes real quick on. I don't think Ulyss gives you any bonuses to gathering. I think it's more for communicating across language barriers as its bonus. Because languages have some other effects as well. Did I not pull that sheet to this one?
I don't believe
sure
so.
didn't. Okay.
I'm glad you roll better on how many hours it takes to.
Well, I rolled
Than I do.
worse, but that's worse is
Turned
just
out for
better
the
in
better.
this. Yeah.
Whereas
Look, if you
Giselle
want
usually
things
rolls
to
fours.
be low rolls, that's what I'm saying. If you want things to be low rolls, give me
Language.
dice.
Makes it easy. 5 communicate across language barrier. Can make untrained. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Doesn't help with gathering or anything. Cool. That's fine. Doesn't matter. You rolled super good. So 28. You are pretty quickly, and without having to bribe anyone, you're pretty quickly
Even
able to
better.
to figure out where they are, and you actually find out that the shop that they run, he's been the reason that Draza hasn't been working as much is because the shop's been making money off of the servant that he has there, a man named Eofor, who apparently owes him a life debt and has been working for him since his days as a soldier. Apparently, somebody said something about like him saving the guy's life, and since the dude's been like doing everything he can to help him out. Some Vietic guy, and basically he repairs a lot of equipment, and he can make some stuff that helps them, like some different like special oils and other things like that, that can make some of their equipment better. But he also does a lot of repairs or comes up with like glue and things that are water resistant, that they're really useful for the people in the district. So that's been doing well lately. But you figure out exactly where they are, and I will pull you over in just a moment. Let me actually put you guys out here on the field. Boop. I'll pull you in a second. Just a moment. Just a moment. Good old Good Bean, and you guys are coming from the west. So this map is technically weird, but that's fine.
I also forgot I have the affable social trait, so 30 minutes I can gather information half the time.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. Boop that in chat real quick, just so we have it booped.
I also got +2, I guess, but that +2 should already be added in my thing, so.
Yeah,
Should not be a problem.
make sure it is, just so you
I will.
don't lose any bonus.
Mhm.
Heck yeah, dude. It's a good trait. It's a good trait for a face.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
And it makes sense for your character, like, for sure.
Yep.
Alright, so, yeah, let's pull everybody over. There. And... Oh, I know what I'm hearing. I'm hearing my phone do the stream. Hold on. I'll be right back. Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry.
Today's stream is brought to you by us. We're the ones that are doing it. Please sponsor us.
Your ad here.
Please, I want to write ads.
No comment from me. I am just playing a game with friends.
Brought to you by Roll20 and Twitch. Because those are the things we're using.
I also want to write silly ads and then read them.
And viewers like you, thank you.
What is this, PBS?
I wish.
You know what? I actually kind of wish that too.
Actually, you know what? We're just kind of. Hold on. What time did we? It was an hour. We're like near the halfway point. Should we go ahead and take a 5-minute break here?
Yeah, sure. Let's go take
sure.
a 5. It's a good as time as any.
I need a refill. Raid
Shadow Legends.
Oh,
you know, sometime they're gonna ask for us if we get popular or not. You know?
I don't even think you need to get popular. You can just send them a message and they'll say, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, if we get like 20 people, they're gonna be like, "Hey,
we'll pay you like $10,
45 cents." If you...
We'll do it.
All right, yeah, we'll take it.
Because
take it.
Ain't too proud to beg.
That's 45 cents I didn't have.
I'm going to start quoting TLC for no reason now.
Tender Loving Care?
No.
No, the band.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
I was making
okay.
Is that a TLC reference or?
Only Scrubs think it's Tender Loving Care, and we don't want no Scrubs.
We want no Scrubs. Thank you.
Anyway, you should probably put on the 5-minute break.
Yeah, we should probably
take a 5-minute break.
Go to that away screen and yeah.
All right, so we will be back at
10:22.
10:22 Central Time. The rest of y'all can convert it as needed, and I'm gonna start muting people. We were never gone, average bear. We have always been here. We were watching the whole time. Yeah, you think this is an away screen? You're the away screen. They can't hear you. The voices in my head tell me that it's a two-way mirror. And he didn't even have to say it in German. I'm gonna hop in your Discord and fuck with you. Anyway. Alright, I'm bringing us back. 3, 2, 1.
Look at this spot.
We're here.
That was a fast 3.
It was kind of a fast 3 count, wasn't it?
That's okay.
A little bit fast. Let me get the... Oh gosh. Nope, too far. There we go. Well, maybe a little bit higher.
Anyway.
What the audience can see all of you. There we go. Alright.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now y'all should be able to see what you can see. And something I just discovered today. You can make transparent dynamic lighting walls in Roll20 so I can make windows. Check that shit out. Somebody try to move
windows.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
Somebody try to move through that. Try it.
Okay,
Try to go through it.
Nope, can't do it.
Yeah.
Trying real hard.
Fucking
Oh,
nerd.
no, you
Check
can't.
that out. It's a fucking
Wow.
window, you idiot. What are you, a
Can't.
bird? Anyway, so,
Oh yeah, like that poor bird who hit our screen door. Just KO'd
Oh,
itself.
man.
freaking knocked itself out. And
Strength check.
just like no. No, get out of here. Fuck over there. All right, no, we're actually back. Okay,
Oh, damn, you're a strong boy.
yeah,
Yes.
he's strong. Mr. Bowman Ranger Man picked a ranger for the first time in Pathfinder in the land of Bowman. Decided not to go with a bow. It was kind of weird, but it'll be fun.
Atypical is what people say.
You're unique, just like everyone else.
Anyway,
Average bear,
Yeah.
when you put window AC, I definitely thought of a window AC unit. Being from the south, I was like, what does that even mean? And then I was like, oh yeah, no, the AC of
Anyway,
the window. I feel dumb.
It's tempered glass.
Um,
we're
so you guys
making
get
our
there.
way.
You know
or to
that
revive a
this
classic phrase. It looks like a window, but it's
is
not.
the correct building.
Hooray. Correct building.
Entrances on the so this is technically the south side because this map is not quite right, but I'm still just gonna go with the northwest east. Like I'm gonna pretend like it's not, just for the sake of directions.
Yeah.
West over here is
Stage west.
the, stage west. Thank you. I was like,
Yeah,
there's a way to say this.
Oh, they said stage west.
What
Kind of stage.
kind of
reading,
compass
boy.
you reading? Yeah, there you go.
So
I digress.
yeah, you know the actual entrance is over here, but you can definitely see there's some windows over there. Not an initiative or anything, so if you guys want to talk or move or whatever, you can.
Well, it's my way
El-
over towards this window.
Towards the window.
Oh, towards the door.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's not creepy at all, Eli.
Towards the building.
No, yeah, there's like
How about that?
doing stuff. There's people around.
Uh,
Excuse
Lamia
People like,
will
Excuse me.
follow.
Pardon the excuse.
I will maneuver through the crowd with a deftness of someone who is good at not bumping into people.
Are there people fishing?
most
I thought-
of them are kind of out on the pier fishing, but yeah, there's some.
When you had said that, I thought you had basically said, are people actually fishing for people? So I was very confused for a moment.
They are wallet fishing. That's what we call wallet fishing.
Mm.
Does there seem to be some kind of submarine sandwich floating midair and totally not attached to a large hook that runs to the sky?
Yeah.
Why would it be a submarine sandwich?
It's a mimic.
Uh-huh.
The
What
taxi.
would catch me?
Oh, God.
Joffrey followed you. It's not Joffrey.
Jokey. And stop.
Jokey, that's right.
Nobody know. Look, okay, we got a different audience. They don't know that stuff. I have other campaigns I run that aren't streamed. We like to make inside jokes here.
You should have played the mimic audio on him. That would have been great.
Oh, dude, I don't have it in this one. That's a good call though. That's a good call. I gotta add that one. I really should add the mimic audio.
I can just do it for you.
Oh,
hungry.
That was really fun to record.
Oh, you actually recorded that? Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, I know. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, but let's get back on track with stuff that
Yes. Okay.
This is the door.
involves more than just us.
This
Yes,
is
that
the
is
door.
indeed the door.
Okay. I'm assuming it's open.
Yeah, if you just try it, it's open.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll walk right in. Maybe.
Okay, I will have to open.
Okay. There we go.
dynamic
That's what I
lighting
said.
thing.
Maybe.
You know what I did though? I did make this all one big ass door when it should be two. So I'm gonna correct that real quick and then get it the hell out of the way.
What are we doing? How's our viewer count?
Now you should be able to see like move inward and whatnot.
Inved.
Right. Yeah. I'll walk on in here. I'm gonna walk to the differently attired person at the counter table.
So yeah,
Rummage bin?
I'll tell you what you see when you get in here. I forgot of people.
Be sure to adjust accordingly on the camera as well, so they can see what we see.
Yank everyone over. Here we go.
Just checking.
Lamia's
Sorry if you
gonna-
guys hear crunching in the background. My dog is eating a treat. Or he's trying to.
It is peanut butter and a Kong toy for those that are interested.
Very thick, basically indestructible piece of rubber because he will destroy anything that isn't nigh indestructible. Because he has a mutant jaw and a giant head. Okay,
He
cool.
does have a giant head.
He does. He's adorable, though. You've seen him. Okay, but you guys get inside. You see.
Well, actually, Lamia is gonna stay outside. Just keep an eye out.
Okay.
Lean against the.
Are you guys leaving like the doors open or?
I mean, I'm just walking through whatever they did behind me. I am not
Because they would normally
attention to?
close.
responsible for it.
And I'll hold it open for that second of like, are you going in or?
Lamia will like do a wave, like kind of try and communicate. Like, no, go in.
You're
Okay.
gonna stay outside.
Yes.
In the rain.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
I'm used to the rain.
You'd be pretty dry this close to the building, but okay.
I'm just keeping an eye out.
I'm going in
I always
now.
do, by the way. After
pull the
I
door
walk in
closed.
and press the digitation to dry myself off because
That's what you do.
it's wet out there. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, this guy and this guy over here. Excuse me. Both Vishkanya men. Each of them, they're kind of dressed like more like dock workers. They like vests, and you can see like there's a kind of rack nearby that's got cloaks and stuff hung up on it. You can see like each of them kind of has like a few several little small scars and such on their arms, but this one over here is just kind of leaning against this post or this pillar, and he seems to be just kind of watching what this guy's doing. This guy over here looks like he's checking things on that shelf when you walk in. This guy over here, Eli, I would say, based on the kind of descriptions you've got, you're immediately pretty sure that is Draza.
Okay.
He's an older Ulis man. He's Demi. He actually has an eye patch on. You can see he's kind of got like those like heavily calloused, kind of gnarled hands with the thick knuckles of like somebody who's just done all kinds of manual labor forever. He's sitting in a chair, and you can see he's leaning on what looks like a straight cane, and is talking to this person over here. As you guys come in, he just says, no, make it presentable. It's important. You don't want it to be scattered. E4's work is worth more than that. Hello. Good morning. As you guys come in.
Good morning.
Droza, right?
Droza. Sorry, this guy over here. Is dressed quite a bit differently. Kind of this long, like thick cloth jacket. It's like a drab bluish color. You see the bottom of it's kind of tattered. The long sleeves look like they're very well worn. You can see that they've been kind of rolled back several times and patched up several times, and eventually they're wearing out a bit. So it's some kind of old jacket. You can see he has there's art, but it's not accurate necessarily. You can see he has kind of thick, curly, like kind of platinum blonde type hair, almost like Lamia. You can probably tell he's Vietic just by looking at him. He's kind of got these like that ruddy skin tone, and he has a yeah. Sorry, the squeaking. I can hear the squeaking of the dog eating, and it's throwing me off. He has a kind of thick looking, almost like reinforced looking vest underneath the jacket, and like a cloth belt beneath that's got these little like loops sewn into it that hold like tiny little vials that are hanging off of the belt. And this is just covered. This table is just covered in. There's like open books. There's a quill and ink. There's like a broken set of manacles. There's like several little like cups of just different things sitting out. It all seems to be strangely arranged by like almost in like little compartments of its own where everything is sort of shoved. There is like a slight order to the chaos. And he's just standing there. He doesn't actually like look at you or anything. He seems very focused on what he's doing, which you can see he's got what do you call it? Like the guys that like when people like repair watches and they're working with like small stuff, you get a little tiny
the
magnifying glass
magnifier thingy.
Yeah, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
You can see he's got one of those, and he is currently working on a small box that you can see he's like moving these like tiny metal rods in, and you can see him kind of curse under his breath on occasion. He's like trying to do something with it. But anyway, sorry. Back to the conversation. He says
it is called a loop, by the way, a magnifying loop. L-O-U-P-E.
I would have never guessed that.
Me either. I looked it up.
I just did not know that was called that. Okay, magnifying loop.
I just looked it up.
That's what he's got. And then Draza, when you ask if that's who he is, says, you need something repaired, or are you here for something else?
Here for a bit of information from you, actually. I just had a couple of questions. A mutual friend of ours pointed me this way. So,
information. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, come. The dogs will be across the room.
Yeah. That's what I say. I'll walk over there.
I will follow as well.
Okay. Yeah, go where you're going. That's fine. So, what can I help you with?
Also, this friend of ours said you might know something about a sword and a man that I've been tasked to kind of have to deal with here. And I'm going to just go ahead and pull out my description of the job really quick, but kind of fold it just to where I can look and be like, so I've been sent to retrieve this sword from a man named Bardat, and I was told you might be the man to ask about information about him or this sword.
Bardat and the sword. I don't really deal in swords much anymore. That was something I did when I was younger. and I didn't know
Well,
much about them other than what they did to another person when I hit them with one.
Right. Well, that's Bardett's level of expertise as well. So you might know something about him for that. This is a sword he stole from the Kud family.
Good family in
Yeah.
Heath.
Right.
I
Yes,
know
ma'am.
of the Kud, but I think that maybe they had some kind of sword. I don't know. He's got all sorts of old things. The man was a traveling merchant for a long time, but the Bardat, I think maybe he's like a bandit or something.
Right. That's what I've heard about him. He's apparently got a big camp of them over there, and
That's
it's quite a bit dangerous. They're off west of on the bay, right? Like just west of the bay. We don't know much about him or the camp really, so we just heard, some people got sent that way recently, and that you might be the man to talk to about information.
Not the kind of thing that I pay attention to nowadays. I'm sorry.
Well, by chance, would you have anybody, in your employ or around, since you're in the harbour area, who would know that kind of thing that we could talk to?
You'll have to check the rumor mill. You can ask around. Sailors talk. People in taverns talk. It's just not really the kind of thing I listen to. Maybe someone said something, but I'm trying to settle into a quieter life now.
Understand. Well, sure. I'm gonna, then I guess, I'll let you stick with your business and do your lot. But
Appreciate it.
I may have some business for you in the future too. I've got an assistant of mine. Her name's Hadelin. She may be coming in here with some things. Don't let her buy anything. But she may have some things you need to repair.
Don't let her buy anything. It be my business. Okay. Sure. A woman named Hadelin is not allowed to buy. I will keep it in mind.
She'll definitely probably bring you some things that we need repaired soon. So that we definitely want to give you business. Just I don't want to go bankrupt, because if you let her loose in a place like this, she'll try and buy the whole store out from under you.
Well, if she can afford it, it's going to be hard for me to resist. But no, EFR is he's like a genius with these things. You hear him curse under his breath in Vietic. Not enough of a genius, apparently. This one's beyond me. I apologize. Nothing is beyond you. Go ahead.
Can I go see what he's working on?
Sure. You can move over and you can see, it's a box about that big. Looks like it's made of copper, but there's one of the faces is flipped open, and you can see all these tiny little metal rods sitting in it, in kind of they're almost like forming a shape, but as he goes to try to work with it, he's got this little pair of tweezers that kind of stick to it. It's magnetized, and that's making it much more difficult. I need a set of wooden ones, but they've all broken. There's a puzzle here, and I can't quite figure it out. This one, I think, is going... It's going in the project bin until I have a breath of inspiration, I think. And he looks at you, Sam, says, unless you have any idea what this is.
Made of copper with a lot of pins in it. What kind of knowledge would that be? Is there something? I don't think it's anything I have, but
you can try Arcana or Engineering or History.
Can I stick my head over there and do an Arcana check since I've got that?
Unless if you're not talking to if you're not talking to oh my gosh, Draza anymore, then yeah.
Well, yeah. Once he kind of said he didn't have anything, I figured our business was concluded, and I was going to check what Sam was looking at. So,
Okay.
For the moment.
Yeah.
Not a good.
Yeah, you're not sure either. You can tell that pattern might, like, if you could figure out what the heck the shape he's trying to make in there is, it might kind of help identify like what the effect is supposed to be of getting it right, but doesn't ring any bells to you.
So you're needing like a set of wooden like tweezers, or like just
Essentially, that's what I was thinking, because these little pins, they magnetize to this iron set, and we don't have anything non-magnetic to use that doesn't immediately start breaking down. There's like hey, listen, he holds it up to your ear. Roll perception real quick.
it's on my inventory.
You hear a tick, 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 tick.
Perception.
It's very faint. Like you're sitting there listening, you kind of have to tune everything else for a second. You can just hear this very low. A hum isn't. It's like a higher frequency than a hum. It's almost like a chime that just is continuing. It's very delicate. The sound. Just hear that. There's so sort of like resonant tone coming from it. And so far, the iron set that I've been using seems to be fine. I've tried like wood. I've tried this sort of polymer that I made. And it's just they start to break down very quickly. And they snap. They get brittle whenever they're inserted into this. And you see, and I move it, and the pins don't slide at all. They just stay stuck fast. And it's fascinating, but I don't know what it is.
I don't have anything to help with that. So.
Oh, can I? I'm not trained in it, but I'll try a knowledge engineering to try and.
We can acknowledge checks if we're not trained in it.
DC's higher than 10. Can't make the check.
Yeah. Cool.
You can do them untrained if the DC is 10 or lower, but this is definitely higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Just something weird.
Do they use chopsticks here?
In Setsegia, not really.
No. Okay. I was trying to think of a quick solution that might come up of that. Are your tweezers getting magnetized as you use it? Or are they?
He touches the set of tweezers to one of the little pins in there, and it just you see it go. Tick, they attract, and he pulls it up. It doesn't come all the way out. It kind of stops. About a quarter inch out.
Well, strange.
Very.
And
he pushes it back down and separates it and closes the boxes. Like I said, project bin for now.
Yeah.
Sets it
Curious?
on the far left side of the table, or left, this side way over here.
I also forgot to mention that they probably need to roll for my drawback.
True.
I was thinking that.
Mouse is being weird. This is possible. Oh. Wait for the dice to roll here. Waiting for my dice to roll. I don't like that it's taking a long time. I don't like that at all. It's gonna do it again. Yeah. First try. Starting soon. Unnatural ones. Into the Storm, Session 2. You ain't missed nothing. Why is Streamlabs telling me about drop frames when I'm not live? Get out of my face. Get out of my life. We're going to the screen where they can see the things. Yeah, here we are. You're all visible. You're all audible.
Alright.
Music is playing. And cool.
Just close the
Well, welcome back, everyone, from our very small break.
Back.
Where nothing bad happened, because bad things don't happen here. In our fantasy wonderland of Hayethe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they finished pulling
I
out your
disagree.
intros.
Bad things happen all the time in our fantasy world of Hayethe.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, my character did just die. the other
Rarely
time,
at
so-
best. Anyway,
But
here we go.
Yes.
Everybody
Chopsticks.
separately.
Do they
Chopsticks.
exist here?
No,
Chopsticks, do they exist?
they do.
Chopsticks, are they wood?
They are
Are they wood?
wood.
Yeah.
Is it
What if they're
nature's
like-
metal?
Yeah, that is, it is.
This joke's for you,
Nature's metal.
average bear.
And anyone else who's watched the best movie ever made.
Yes. Okay.
Back to the
okay,
Future Part
okay,
2.
Okay. Look, we
I
got
didn't hear
35
any Kung
minutes.
Pao reference in there.
We got 35 minutes, y'all. Pull it
Okay.
together. God damn it, Harley. This is your fault. Don't yawn at me, you adorable bastard. Anyway,
Oh.
Okay.
there goes
We
our
needed
that.
non-monetization. Okay. Pull this back over so our screen will show. Oh, actually, you know what? It was good and I ruined it. Hold on. This is better. All right.
Whoops.
Alright.
So, yeah, chopsticks, not a common thing here in Setsegia. Even less common in Delancia, where you're from, Sam.
Ah, okay. It's kind of hard to eat corn on the cob with chopsticks.
Not impossible.
yeah.
Quite difficult. So, yeah, he puts that into the project bin over here. And you'll notice there's no bin. It's just a spot on the table. He just calls it.
Mm.
And, oh gosh, that's what I didn't pull up my notes. I looked over and there's there's nothing there. Felt so alone for a moment. Draza, at that point, also says, well, not to be rude, but if you're not buying anything and it sounds like our conversation is over, you may have better things to do.
Yeah, I'll just grab my associate here. I kind of tap Samuel and be like, and we'll head out. I've got some other places to look, and other things to go. Pleasure meeting you, sir. And then I just kind of deuce out towards the door.
Y'all take care.
So, quick
Let's
question.
just head back out immediately.
He has two sons who are soldiers. Where are they stationed? Do we know, or do I know?
Mm-mm.
Do I know if his daughter lives locally?
I don't think I gave you anything on the daughter.
No, you just
No.
told me
say
it was a
this.
daughter.
You would know she does not. She doesn't live here. She's moved.
Okay.
She got married.
That's all I want.
Does he have a dog we can kidnap for leverage?
No,
God
that's not
dang,
what we're doing.
Samuel,
I was just
no.
gonna see if there was anybody else to ask. Chillax, man.
Oh, that's where we're going with this. Okay.
Okay, so
Different
in that case,
campaign. Hush.
I would like to. Never mind. I had something to say about kidnapping, but
You didn't see anything, by the way, Lamia. Nothing weird.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
I was just gonna see about talking to some sailors after this, since I found that information about where he was so quickly. And we didn't spend a lot of time. So
Okay.
Figure what you needed, but Eli.
Not really, but it's all right. We'll just try and figure something else out.
Huh.
I feel
That's
like he
odd.
probably knew a bit more than he was saying, but didn't want to press the issue at the moment. So we might come back in a bit and chit chat around. Who knows?
Well, okay then. Maybe we'll even see. who might say something more to help us actually figure out what he knows.
I don't know who you know who is, but if they have information, they're more than welcome to come chat with me.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to ask the sailors about?
Oh, I was just going to ask about if they knew anything about the bandits and his camp, or anything about like people who would book passage out that way.
Passage out that way. Okay. So you were just asking me if you knew about the Suns. That's not a part of your check.
Nope. I just wanted to know
Gotcha.
if I knew where they were from my earlier check, and if not, no biggie.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Are you sticking mostly to the harbor district?
Yeah. If we're talking to sailors, yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Let's see. All right, you're gonna try asking around here again. Those kind of things. Go ahead and roll me You're willing to spend up to 4 hours?
Yep.
Okay. Well, God, that actually wouldn't be possible for you because
2 hours. I
actually
can do it
spends
half
2
the time.
hours. Exactly. Yeah. So you're willing to spend up to 2 hours. And go ahead and roll the 1d4. So you can see how long it's going to take. 30 minutes.
So
And,
good.
is anyone trying to aid in his information gathering?
This time Lamia will try.
Okay.
Nope.
8.
I
That is
do
a fail.
not.
You don't hurt. You don't hinder at all. But
Okay, that's good.
no +2. So just a for this one, it's just gonna be a regular roll, Eli.
It's diplomacy, and then plus. All right, let me make sure I have my +2 added in there for my affable
Yeah.
trait.
Yeah, just make sure that's added by the bonus.
There it is.
Total of 20. That's still really fucking good. So so you keep asking around about half an hour. You find somebody who's one of the people kind of fishing at the far end of the harbor. He says, well, I don't. People who would be going out there. I know there have been some. I think there were a couple people from here. They, the military. They're doing all the recruiting, but it's not a lot for the soldiers to do. So I know some of them kind of went out there. They were looking to see if they could find the bandit guy, somewhere out along the road. There were some people who went after him. I think most of them came back, said they couldn't find anything. But someone, I think he's... Oh, that guy! He points back at Draza's. Draza! His sons are soldiers. I think they were with him.
All right.
Yeah, I remember seeing Sozo Vasil. He was one of them with him.
So. Okay. Well, appreciate that. Let's see. All right, Sozo. Any I don't know. Any advice on possibly booking a ship out that way? You know anybody who's running out that direction, just in case, and if we don't want to go overland for some reason.
Boats. There's boats that go across all the time. It's probably there's enough. He kind of points out. You can just see that there's a lot of traffic out there for it to be for it to be boat traffic. It's probably easier to ask, about the time that you're wanting to go. Everyone's kind of in and out. Depends on if you're trying to go far. Maybe a trade ship is better. One of the big fishing boats, sometimes they make long trips. So you can chat with some of them. They might be willing to go if you're going to pay them some. They can work along the way.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for your help, mate. And, have a good one.
Yeah, of course. Wait, are you that Eli guy?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh. Oh, I thought you'd be a lot scarier. You seem kind of nice.
Yeah, I get that a lot, you know. It's just one of those silly things. You live in a creepy old building and people think you're a creepy weird guy, but I promise it's mostly just the building.
It really seems like it. Of course. Well, you have a nice... He looks down at your shadow.
Yeah.
You have a nice day.
The shadow is waving, I am not, by the way.
He just slowly lowers his hands, kind of nods. I'm going to keep fishing now.
Yeah. Good night. Just turn around and leave.
He seemed a little odd at the end of that.
Yeah, you know, fishermen, what are you gonna do? Sometimes they just get a little weird. So it looks like that Droz's sons might know something, even if he doesn't. So we can go see if we can find where they are. So I guess that's the next thing I'm going to do. Since we know where Droz is, I'm going to see if I could find where his sons could possibly be or have gone, since they supposedly went out that way, right? That's what he said. They went out with the people.
Yeah, he basically he was saying that some time ago he knew some soldiers went out looking for Bardat and they were with them.
Okay.
And he says he thinks most of them came back already.
Okay, so yeah, then I'll go looking for his kids.
Okay. Still staying in the harbor district, or are you going somewhere else? You're gonna kind of.
Well, since his shop's here, I figure people in the harbor district would know him and his family, so they'd know where to look for him.
Okay. All right. Lamia.
Yes.
At this point, I'm going to allow you to go ahead and roll perception, since you were mostly trying to keep an eye out for things.
Okay. Jeez Louise.
Okay. So I'm actually going to bring us, since we're kind of wandering around a little bit, just back to the map here.
Jabba.
Because we're not necessarily in that exact little spot. So as you guys are going around, you're trying to see if anyone knows about his two sons. Oh, that's the information. You would know their names. I meant to give you.
Okay.
You know, it's Sozo, Sozo, and Daga, Daga. Oh. And so yeah, as you guys are wandering around, you're kind of trying to ask a couple of people. Says, "Hey, when's the last time you saw a Sozo or Daga? I heard they went out west." And some people are like, "I don't know who those people are," or "Oh yeah, I know who they are. I haven't seen them in a month or two or whatever," just because they're not close to them.
Mm-hmm.
You're still kind of in the process of trying to gather info, and we will roll for that in a moment. I do want you to go ahead and roll the 1d4 real quick, Dave.
Sure.
Or Hyperfizz, or Eli, or Dirt.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my gosh!
So by the way, it's
you
only
always
like
count
it's
on
only
me to roll
like
ones, guys.
it's only like 9 a.m. right now. Like it's so early.
Always count on me to roll one.
That is so crazy.
That is insane. That's great though. So while you're very quickly just going about asking people, and mostly getting positive responses, as long as they don't immediately avoid the side of the street you're on. And even sometimes talking to the people who are across there where they don't feel threatened. Lamia, you will notice that occasionally you kind of notice that you guys are kind of being watched by a few of like the different dock workers and such. And at first it doesn't seem too weird. It's just kind of just like watching kind of go by, like they're just full of people watching because they're on a break or something.
Yeah.
But at one point you kind of glance over toward the harbor and you see one of the ones you saw like a few minutes back kind of walk up to another small group of them, and he starts kind of talking to them, like gesturing at you. And some of them look up and they notice you. When they kind of see you looking, they sort of wave at you, and then they go back to what they're doing. but you just kind of notice a lot of like weird little looks, and you start to recognize that a couple of them are the same ones you're seeing over and over. Like you might be being tailed.
Yeah, okay. For the waving one, Lamia will wave back, but kind of like crouch a little closer to she's assuming that Eli, you'd probably be leading right now, right? Because
You're
you're
just walking and talking.
Because he's
so,
talking.
yeah. So she'll lean down and whisper to Samuel, like, I think we're being tailed.
Hand on sword. Look around. Yeah.
Just go ahead and roll perception.
Yeah.
I keep seeing the same people.
20 total.
When she says that, you kind of glance over. You got hand on the hilt of your sword. You do notice that, like when you kind of look up, you're like, well, I don't see anyone watching us. But then you notice that mostly kind of between these two checks. What you're gonna get out of this is you notice that one of them, you're pretty sure is one of the same ones that was back in the repair shop. He's not watching you right now. He seems to be talking with three other dock workers.
I'm staring at him.
He's not looking over there. He doesn't seem to notice. A couple of the other ones that he's talking to kind of look up and notice you're staring, and they just give you kind of an up nod, and they keep chatting.
Interesting. Oh, sorry.
It's hard to say interesting interesting.
Well, that's mighty peculiar.
There we go. Yeah.
As you
slipped into a different character, I apologize.
You see that you see that same one you recognized start heading back toward the shop.
Well, I think the boss should know about this.
Lamia will nod to this and like
perception to hear if he called me boss.
Go ahead. I think that's valid.
Yeah. Roll up. I'm joking. No, you heard.
So
holy hell.
You're in the middle of talking to someone, and they're just like, "Yeah, I don't think I've seen you that you hear him call you boss."
Oh, pardon me 1 second. How many times? I turn it like, do I have to say, don't call me boss, mate? You know, we're pals. It doesn't need to be that formal. Just Eli works.
I didn't call you boss. I said the boss.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Eli.
Look, I greatly appreciate the deference, but we don't need it. You know, it's too much. I just appreciate it if you just call me Eli. It's way simpler for me.
Eli.
Thank you.
Eli.
Now, hold on 1 second, and then I turn and I finish talking to that guy real quick.
Do you just keep saying Eli?
No, I stop. But I do like start tapping him on the back.
He finishes telling you he doesn't know those people.
Okay.
Really annoying.
And then runs away.
And I'm just like, bye, thanks, have a good one.
You too.
Now, so what's up, guys?
She'll lean in again. It's like I believe we're being followed.
Oh,
I
cool.
keep seeing the
Where are they?
Like I keep seeing the same faces.
Yeah. So which ones?
One of them was from the repair shop that we were in. They were talking to that group over yonder.
Okay, I literally just go walk over to whoever they're talking to.
Okay.
Lamia will throw her hands up in the air like, what the fuck? And then just follow after.
So you walk over, you see two of them are kind of talking. One of them is sitting there smoking, and they watch you come over and looks up. Can I help you, stranger?
Oh yeah, I was just you guys were having a chat with a friend of mine over there. He walked back over that way. Works for Draza, and I was just wondering, what he was asking you all about.
Okay, I need bluff and diplomacy. Bluff first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Christ. And diplomacy.
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 What the hell?
I'm a talker.
You're not
No,
You're not supposed to roll good, Dave.
I know. I was genuinely shocked.
I'm a talker. That's okay.
So he kind of gives you a suspicious look, and one of the other guys says, "Oh, you're friends with that guy? You're friends?"
I mean, I'm friends with his boss, and as well, and he's fine. It's a good chap.
He looks at the guy holding a cigarette. He's just, what the hell? Why did he seem so suspicious that they're asking around? And the guy with the cigarette slaps him full in the face. He's just like, look, all right, sometimes people have secrets. But listen, I don't know what you're getting into, but whatever you're asking about, you should cut it out, okay? Just word to the wise. People are listening, and they don't like people going behind their backs asking a lot of questions, okay?
Makes sense. I appreciate you guys being so forthcoming, and thanks so much, gents.
We weren't forthcoming. We never had this conversation.
I don't even know who you are, and then
Exactly.
I just walk off.
Yeah, the other guy's like, yeah, fuck off, weirdo.
It's like wave as I'm leaving.
That's not very nice.
It was quite nice.
He makes a
Kind of
rude
shake
gesture.
my head at him and leave.
We just immediately start. I just immediately start heading back to Draza's shop.
Try to give him that disappointed
He's older than you.
I'm gonna still do it.
Okay, so you guys head back to the shop.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the shop. Check that shit out, y'all. We're here again.
Heck yeah, we are.
You all go inside.
Lamia will actually go inside this time.
Kick it open. No. Yeah, come on.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Excuse me. Everybody's still there.
Right.
Hayethe has moved. He's no longer sitting in his chair. He's standing, and he's kind of twirling the set of broken manacles and flipping through a book.
I will just walk immediately over here to Draza. Just be like, oh, hello again.
Leans back in his chair.
Good to see you.
Welcome
There you-
back. You decide to buy something this time. Did you break something? It hasn't been very long.
Well, so a couple questions. One, I would like, I think my friend over there, I point to Samuel, would like to see some of your wares. He's going to, go looking about. And I turn to Lami as well, and you're probably interested in something. Here, I assume.
Oh,
You wouldn't come in this time?
yeah, of course. Lamia will just start exploring then. Where should she explore?
This is an interesting piece of floor. That
It really is.
Seems to be made of floor.
Yep. Oh,
Curiouser
what
and
could
curiouser.
possibly be on this shelf?
Manacles, made for a man, I presume.
He's muttering to himself in Vedic. What? He looks up, finally noticing you're there.
And just,
For whose men?
yeah, what's
These?
wrong with these ones?
They're broken, clearly. Yeah, hands them to you.
I don't know why I asked to look, but
Do you take them? Or?
if he hands them to me, I'm gonna look at them, I guess, and try to
Take
latch
them
it
and look at them,
closed.
or do you lean down and stare at
Oh,
them?
did he hand them to me?
He's holding
Or-
them out to you.
Oh, okay.
He
I'll
can't
stare down
force
and
you
look
to
at-
take them. But...
Yeah, I'll take a good gander at them there.
They appear to be
Manacles.
broken manacles.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of he pushes them towards you, trying to get you to
No,
take them.
I'll take them.
Okay. They snap around both of your wrists.
Yep. Had that feeling.
He kind of chuckles. They're easy to get out of. They're still broken. You
Oh.
look and you realize that like part of the latch on one of them's kind of missing, so you just kind of pull it off.
Oh. That's fancy.
Well, I think they were once quite useful for someone, but now they just sort of help me think. So real quick, we're going to go back to Eli. It seemed like he was trying to lead into something, but
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do that. So yeah, while they look around, they come by things. I just have some questions. So excuse me. I was chit chatting about trying to figure out some more stuff about this bandit guy, and kept coming back to your boys Sozo and Darkhair, and I was just wondering if I could talk to them if you know where they were, because they might be of great help to me for something.
Here's my boys. They're not in the city any longer.
All right. Well, where they move off to?
Let's have real quick. No, they're off in Kashyyyk. That's for training and they've been pushing to go to like the forefront in case things happen. My boys are they're both spears. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Eager young men, I can see.
They want to slay a great enemy of our people. I don't know if they're going to find a great enemy of our people among those in Garga, right? They are. Can't think of them as enemies. It is hard.
As someone who kind of spent a long time in Gerga myself, it is definitely hard to think of them much more as cousins and not enemies.
Aye.
So,
but my boys weren't they were raised in this age, when these tensions and things they didn't see before when we were almost like one nation.
Right. And the fiery passion of youth can certainly instill in you a want to find enemies everywhere.
Right. But yes, they're in Kashyyyk. If you really urgently need to talk to them, you can find them there, I'm sure. But it sounds like you have business elsewhere.
Oh, yeah, I do. I just have one more question, and I can't see. There's a guy behind that column, right? Because I saw him when we walked in.
He's over here now.
Oh, okay, he's over there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just hitch my thumb and is like, was that the bloke who was following me, or was it the other guy?
Till to settle this, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I was just curious because I saw one of your mates and who was in here, and he was by us, and I was just wondering if you needed me for something. So I thought I'd save you the trouble and come back here and help you out if you were sending somebody to come fetch us for something, or if you had a sale, or anything.
Makut, the guy looks over, says, were you following them? Shakes his head. I was out to get lunch. And Dross just shrugs.
Oh, okay, cool.
Must have been mistaken.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't need anything. Yeah.
No, I think I'm doing well here. Though I have to admit, I feel like I'm being interrogated. I'm starting to be a bit uncomfortable.
Oh, I don't want to give you that feeling at all. It's a no-end interrogation. I was just confused, and I was just trying to make sure to be as helpful as I possibly could.
The most helpful thing to a business is to have paying customers.
Well, that's what these two are. I kind of just gesture at both of them.
Browsing customers for now. We're going to cut over real quick to Lamia. I just need a bluff check from you to see how well you're playing off that you don't know what the hell you're looking for.
I mean, she's genuinely looking at the thing, but what are these jars? I don't understand what any of this is. But genuinely, no idea.
This guy who's standing over there, he's kind of sorting some things. He keeps kind of looking over at you, and he's like, "Do you even know what any of this is?"
No, but it looks different.
It is different. It's It's more dangerous to you if you really have no idea what it is. Maybe just stand back a little.
Could you point me to something that I might know?
He points
What
at
it
your
is?
halberd that you are carrying.
No, ha 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 ha. Very, very good customer service, thanks.
That's not what I'm here for.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to just straighten the shelf a bit. Look, if you want to know what things are, ask Iafor. He motions to this guy.
Okay, because she genuinely has a... Who? Okay, yeah, she would end up going over there.
So you go over there. Back to Iafor and Sam. And Sam, were you going to ask anything else in particular?
No, not at the moment. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna keep messing with that copper box if you don't mind. See if I can't figure out what's going on with it.
I'd rather you not just mess with it.
All right.
Strange objects, when you just do the wrong thing, sometimes bad things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're getting over there, Lamia, he lowers his voice and he says, like to people to ask too many questions. And he sort of subtly motions you to stand up next to him. And he hands you the loop. Now that we know what it's called.
A loop. Yeah.
He hands it to you. And we'll open the box and start showing it to you. And he's, what languages do you speak, Sam?
I speak Thule and Ulu.
Ah,
Yeah, I know 2 languages.
you are bilingual. So he says something in that weird, I don't know, Italian sounding language you don't understand. Well, no, it wouldn't be. It's Vedic.
Come again?
No, it's just this different.
It'd be Hindi-ish, right?
It could think odd as it sounds, kind of. Like a mix of Hindi and Vietnamese.
It's all Greek to me.
Yeah, sounds very just not to your ear. And then, so when you don't respond, he says in Thule, he says, "You speak this one?"
Oh yeah. I'm not sure what you were saying earlier.
He kind of smiles and says continues to speak in Thule. And he says, "Oh, someone else who speaks the language. I haven't gotten to speak Thule in some time. So listen, this box is completely irrelevant to this conversation, but these men are not who they say they are. I am being held captive. Draza Vasil is dead. That man is not Draza Vasil. These men do not work here."
Oh. Well, I will pass that on to my compatriots. Are you in fear for your life?
He puts the box down, and back in Ulyss, he chuckles and goes, "Now that's a silly question, of course." And holds his hand out for the loop back.
Wow, that's a very interesting mechanism, and it seems very complicated. Maybe if I ask I almost say boss, Eli over there, maybe he's much smarter than me on that.
And while you're saying, also, Lamia, you don't happen to speak Thule, do you?
Nope.
And
I really should put another language on because I am intelligent. I just didn't because.
well, now it's empty. Now you got to learn one.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, So you don't understand part of that conversation until he says that. Sam, I need you to roll a bluff check now.
You're just as good as at it
Okay.
as I am.
Not awful.
It's not awful.
It's pretty bad.
So you start heading over to Eli to talk to Eli?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you say anything to Lamia?
Nope.
Okay. We're here. Eli,
Thank you.
what are you doing in the meantime? Are you still talking to Draza, or are you gonna...
Yeah, I was actually going to ask him about because I know he sells like adhesives and specific things, right, for fishing and stuff like that.
Yes.
I was going to start asking him about that and making a purchase because I've got this leak in my roof, and if they can seal the hull of a boat, they should definitely be able to seal a hole in my roof, right? Because it's been dripping into my storage room for a bit, and my assistant Hadlin just put a bucket under there, and that's not going to do.
So are you trying to distract him, or...
No, I'm legitimately asking because he seemed like he wanted me to buy something, and so
Fair
I legit
enough.
want to buy something.
This is, yes, we sell a lot of adhesive. Your makes a very good kind that's resistant to water. It's fairly resistant to water. It's really expensive to make it more so, and we can't make it on demand. How much do you need? Just for a roof?
Yeah, it's not going to be a lot, just like one, gallon-ish amount. And, I don't need a ton. I'm not, sealing a boat hole or anything. It's just one small area. So, like, if you've got a pre-made gallon that I could just pick up today.
I'm sure we could. I'm sure we got something. Yafor, how much glue do we have at the moment? Yafor says, let me check all the stuff that was up here. We've already sold. Let me go check the reserve. Of course. This guy goes with him. And Sam, that's when you arrive. Draza kind of looks over at you. Says, oh, did you find something you want?
Oh, I had a question.
Okay, you guys are full of them.
Yeah, it was actually for Eli here. And in Thule, I'll go, Mr. Boss Eli.
I'm going to just look at you with a deadpan face. Like, I don't understand the word you just said.
Oh, sorry. In Lulu, sorry, I slipped into my own language when I kind of
Bluff
get all
again.
stressed out.
Oh, yeah.
Bluff
It can
again.
happen.
Bluff.
Yep.
Nope. And submit.
Hey, check that out. Okay. So keep going.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking.
Draza stands up, kind of leans to the cane to get to his feet. Ugh.
Oh, are you all right?
A bit.
Mm.
I can't see too long. Excuse me. Go around this way.
Well, it would be that way for a dead man.
It would, wouldn't it? I've got some years in me left. Keeps moving.
You know what I heard when I was asking questions earlier? I put a hand on him.
When he gets here,
Yeah.
he freezes for a second. This guy gets a little closer.
The way I heard it is, probably not who you say you are.
He looks over at you. Eye-patched eye is the one closest to you. Says, that is a very dangerous accusation. Have you anything?
Yes,
to
it
back
is.
up?
The word of a man.
Only
Until
that.
I hear go to rule. Do you have any kind of proof you are who you say you are?
I have to prove who I am. Very well.
What are your sons' names?
It doesn't really work. I've already said them out loud.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't hear that
Slightest
part.
bit of memory, you would know that.
I didn't hear that.
So
I did
you
not
screamed
hear
that?
I'm sorry.
No, and that's literally what I respond with.
Yeah.
Just looks at you like really? Just, how do I prove to you that I am a man that was once a fisherman, a soldier, and a day laborer? That's your question.
I mean, I can prove to you that I had breakfast last Sunday. It doesn't make me Eli. So, it is a good question, though, Samuel. I just kind of stare at him. I'd like to know the answer to that.
I'll be honest with you.
He leans the cane against the table next to him. I will try. He goes for your sword, Sam. So, I'm going to have you roll a quick sense motive versus his bluff. We're going to see where initiative is going to start. Obviously, next session we're over. We don't have time for a full fight.
Yeah.
Yep. But sense motive?
Yep.
Bummer.
Yep. Like I can only roll these untrained things so many times.
You'll get to see his bonus. He may not be able to beat it. We'll see.
Nope, he totally beat it.
He beats it. He's just far quicker than you expected because of how he's been moving so far. He just darts in, he gets one hand, frames one arm that you would go for your sword with, grabs it and just tries to pull it out of the sheath. He still has to make a... This would normally, I think, be steel. He still has to make a combat maneuver check against you. So, I need your CMD minus your dex. Because you are flat-footed to this.
Minus my dex. Okay.
I don't know if the sheet says the flat-footed difference or not on CMD.
Minus my dex modifier or minus my dex?
Modifier, always modifier.
Okay. That would be, my CMD is 8. You just want me to boop it?
Sure. If you boop. CMD.
Can I boop that?
CM defense.
Nope, it does not boop. Not boopable. It is 18 minus 2, so 16.
16? Okay. He's got to be 16. Yep. Not the easiest. He hits it exactly.
Oh no!
So yeah, he frames the arm and pulls your Falcata Magna. He doesn't hold it right, obviously. It kind of tilts. You can tell this is not a weapon he's proficient with, but he does disarm you. And that's where we're going to roll initiative next session.
Woohoo! Alright. Hey, we got to start a fight next session.
Yeah, we would have actually got to it before we rolled the bullcrap, man.
Yeah. Oh well. Alright.
That's the sesh. Y'all.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Next Tuesday, hopefully less technical errors.
I'm ready.
We will get to do some punches and fisticuffs and magicies.
Yeah. I am ready to just stab the crap out of someone.
I just have that always classic thought of which spell do I use first.
Alright, stars and wishes, it's late.
Well, let me
Finish the recording, yeah.
Finish the recording.
Yep.
Over here getting ahead of everybody. Alright, bye. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.